Urakwasi, morning. Bibi aboko there.
Boss. Bibi aboko.
Nice. Yeah, that's the pastor say your friend Waba. Na your baby din komo. We want to talk about too many issues, national issues and all that. But first, let me start with the August 6th, the unfortunate thing that really is tell me, now, how did you hear it?
Well, I think on that day we had a program at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Okay, International Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
So it started coming in as rumors, and then it was confirmed. It was a Black Wednesday, a very difficult day for the nation called Ghana. Now, may I sure say, like you've indicated, no, this is something that we all thought could never have happened. And if we had the chance, I'm sure that there are about 30-something million Ghanaians would all rise up and say that we don't want it to happen. But, it has happened. Our condolences still to the families, our condolences to all those who know these people. Some of us had personal relationship with some of them. And so it's become very, very difficult. But like you said, Esiewie Niakano would have to just take the precautions, just take the necessary steps to ensure it doesn't happen again.
President Akasa, and I think for once, every all and sundry, including other political parties, are together to speak one language. Ujidi say in Kambomwa yede fa nuanom omefi yenchen would it not just be a talk, but right after the state funeral, it will be the ordinary day?
I think what the president has sought to do is to carry the country along. In fact, Ghana it affects all of us. And I think the manner in which they lost their lives, they were going to help solve the menace in Inayaka. It's something that should, others have said that national it should be galamsey should be declared as a national security threat and all of that. So the president, in his own wisdom, came up with other initiatives that had to solve this galamsey menace. I think the people who died, they went on a program aim as this. Intimation said that is what has brought the nation together, that they were not going to go and do their personal things. They were going to help the country regain our forest lands, regain our water bodies. And unfortunately, this is what has happened to them. So I think that we should continue on this tangent, continue on as one people with the destiny of forgetting about politics as usual, telling ourselves, this is a national canker that needs to be nipped in the bud. Nana, if we don't do that, I've said it time without number, that it's not only about the 8 that have died, but this is a tragedy that befalls us every day. I have seen pictures from areas where this galamsey is going on. People are being born with one hand. People are being born with deformities that we cannot talk about. And I think that this is a clarion call. This is a time, Nana, we all as a nation have to say enough is enough. And ensure your best of way. I was reading in one of the news portals this morning that there was a community that was still fighting IGP's task force. When they were mining. I saw Erastus talk about it. And I'm asking myself, where are our morals? Where are our thoughts and minds as Ghanaian citizens? I think, in the days and weeks to come, the president will take decisive action, and irrespective of Hanibiano, the goal is to make Ghana a better place.
I don't know whether you heard it. I think within the past government and all that, there have been proposals, West proposals like shoot to kill and all those things. I don't know what will be the engagement again, because day in, day out, but day in, day out, these same youth, these same guys are still there doing what it is that they want to do.
This same youth and these same guys that we are referring to, they are, in the scheme of things, nobodies. Now, if we want to tackle galamsey, it's not about those boys that we are talking about. It's not about those boys that we see doing the mining. The people behind them. Nana, the people who are behind these people. That is the problem we are having. these boys go and they get the gold, you think they sell it themselves? No, they give it to their financiers. They give it to the big men that we believe are all behind this galamsey. What we are saying is, right from the top to the down, to nip this thing called galamsey, we need to take a radical action. I am somebody who doesn't believe in taking the laws into your own hands and saying shoot to kill. But in certain jurisdictions, I'll give you a classical example, South Africa. Okay. Recently, they also have this galamsey thing, but they call them zamazames. Okay. So recently, a group of them, anytime they dig the holes and get into it, something happens, government quickly rushes because they say this is a humanitarian crisis. But at the point, about 3 months ago, when the cave came down upon them, government started giving a wait to see approach. 2 days, 3 days, government was not going there to go and rescue them. The human rights organization started coming out, and it's a human rights thing, and government felt that, look, sometimes let's call a spade a spade. Government waited. I think after 4 or 5 days was when they went there. Those who survived, survived. Those who didn't survive, from that time till today, 3 months on, nothing about galamsey in South Africa. Nothing about zamazama, because the people who are doing this have realized that government is not rushing to them again when the holes cave in on them. And I think, we should look at that option in Ghana as well. It's not about shoot to kill, but sometimes we let them have a dose of their own medicine. The water bodies that they are destroying, let them also try drinking it and let's see. Now, it's going to be a very difficult fight, but with what has happened, it should be robust as it has never been. We should not allow this to continue. If not, we'll be having national tragedies everywhere. Because at the end of the day, government is not going to stand still and say because the 8 are dead, nothing is going to happen again. Things will start working. Ministers will still have to use helicopters and go to where they are going. Ministers will still have to use cars. Do we want to continue on this tangent? And I think, it should be a national discourse, devoid of politics, because our politics not check with this whole galamsey. Let's face galamsey as a united nation, and I'm sure we'll defeat it in a clear goal.
Right, one of the major problems, you just said it, that but for so long, yentumi nya kukudro, entumi mbubo, too many of these same either political, big guys or businessmen and all that. I say, it's true. It's always about them to some straight boys in the chomo, either police headquarters near the Omoko Kumase, near the Omoko boss, near the Omoko questions home. Na kingpins in Ankasano ewo honum. We've not been able to really mention names, even prosecute. Yes, some painful. What's a country near Wasaku Kudruno? I beat him there.
The president has the mandate to execute what we call the Reset Ghana agenda. So the president should know, it wouldn't continue to be the usual stuff. Because that overwhelming endorsement at Ghana for the man, it is because Ghanaians believed in his manifesto promise. What did he say about galamsey? That he would do everything possible in his power to ensure that we eradicate that canker. However, how we want to do it, it's all enshrined in the manifesto that we have. Nana, if President John Dramani Mahama fails in curbing this galamsey thing, then no president will be able to do it. Then it means that as a people, we are doomed forever. Why do I say this? The president has got the numbers to ensure that there are radical legislative instruments that are put before Parliament, approved, and ensured, it is all geared towards this illegal mining. Now, when you look at how the Gold Board was formed, the objective of the Gold Board, the task force, then all the other policies of government geared towards the mining industry, it is to make one thing, that we continue having a very regulated mining regime in our country. Now, if we do not go after the big men, the kingpins who are financing galamsey, Nana will be fighting a losing battle. And I think that the IGP has shown willpower. The Ministry of Interior, the presidency, in the coming days, after the state funeral, Nana, Ghanaians will be proud of voting for John Dramani Mahama, because he's going to take very decisive and very bold decisions when it comes to the mining sector. And I know this for a fact, that the president is not going to rest on his horses. The president is going to ensure, say, Ghanaians will understand that he's the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Army. This thing of military people or police people getting to mining sites and then they are attacked and they are beaten and other things, it will be a thing of the past. Because this time around, the decision will be that if we are trying to negotiate and they are refusing, then force will be applied. And when the force is applied, we don't want people to come up and say, oh, human rights are being infringed upon. Because at the end of the day, where your human rights ends is where somebody's human rights also begins from. So if there's a child in somebody's stomach, and galamsey, at the end of the day, the mother drinks water and the child comes out as a deformed person, where lies the human rights in this? You are thinking about yourself. You are not thinking about the next person. I think, as Ghanaians, we all have to come together, support the president in ensuring, Nana, we can do it. We can do it. Go to the Volta region. Look at the sea bodies in Volta region. You think that there's no gold in the Volta region? And people have said that there's gold in the Volta region. But the willpower of one, the chiefs, two, the people, who believe that the environment is more important to them than having money today and tomorrow not having anything good when it comes to our water bodies and our forest reserves. I think that we need to emulate this thing in other regions and ensure, Nana, we have a better Ghana for all of us.
Did you play a part? You can say across South Africa, because you going to South Africa and see my dreams this year. When you can say a forensic test, to determine who and who, is this and that, and because of the way Anasebi Emunu Ayeno, you were involved?
Yes, I was involved.
Oh, okay.
So I was part of the delegation that left with the remains for the forensic and DNA testing, and I was part of the people that brought it back when we went to do what the president has directed that we should go and do. So we went explicitly on the instructions of His Excellency the President, and we had specific mandates to get certain things done. The first one was to ensure, we could get the DNA confirmation and forensic confirmation for the Muslim brothers, so that they could be buried earlier according to the Muslim tradition, which is what we did. And then after that, after the Muslims were buried, we were able to get the other ones for the other 6, and we came back home with them. Yes.
Was it a day thing?
No, so I think we spent 48 hours.
Okay.
It was specific instructions from His Excellency that he needed us to get it done. It was supposed to be a long process. They told us that these things take about 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
But we said we didn't have the 3 to 4 days, so they had to work overtime.
Wow.
And at this we have one doctor, Dr. Aban, who is the head of the DNA and Forensic Lab of the Ghana Police Service.
Okay.
In fact, we should be very appreciative of him, because I remember when we got there, he never went to sit down and say the doctors in South Africa work on it. No, he asked that, can I be part of it? So for 18 hours, he was on his feet with them. And he's very meticulous when it comes to what he does. So sometimes he says, no, we have to get a reconfirmation. But I'm like, you've confirmed twice. He says, no, I need a third opinion.
Okay.
And I think that helped us in getting the result. Like I indicated, if we had gone to South Africa to bring them back to life and the means was there, we could have done it. And so when we went, it was a solemn thing when we went, and then it was a solemn thing when we came back. But I think that the joy that we had was that the fallen heroes, now we could identify them. In as much as the bodies were charred, DNA doesn't lie. So at least the families will be at ease, knowing whatever is in the caskets that they've gone to bury, is the mortal remains of their loved ones. Yes.
Okay. More share Kessben TV as we speak in our face. So more share on Facebook on Kessben TV, on your screens and on the tarmac, your day Emuno Echo South Africa. Those are the ones that we're showing alongside a interview. 36 minutes past the hour of 8. Timmy can see, I'm eating at your man so for Kojo Preko down.